It is presenting. Okay, something in my eyes, like I said, which is more important than being able to go viral. It's more important than being able to make the best TikToks, the best Instagram reels. At the end of the day, everyone right here, no matter what position you guys are in, you have enough of a network where you can actually present this opportunity. So if you guys can get to a stage where you learn how to present just like that, number one, it means that you'll always be an independent business owner, but it just means that you're actually going to have a lot more credibility. Now, just put one in the chat if you feel like right now you're not at a stage where you can present this opportunity. And don't be shy. It's totally normal. A lot of you guys have never actually been shown how to present an opportunity. A lot of you guys are really brand new to it. So just put one in the chat if you feel like right now you wouldn't be the best equipped to actually present this opportunity to people. So no one put a one. Therefore, everyone should be able to. Okay, we got Zach, we got Ravinder. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. We got Will, Ushin, Nikki, Reggie. For all the lads that put a one in the chat, credit to you for actually putting your one in the chat. And I guarantee you that after this call, you will realize that you can do it. You will realize that it is a lot easier than you actually think. Okay? So let's get straight into it. Okay? Who should present? Anyone and everyone. Everyone on this call right now is an IB. If you are not an IB, ask your enroller how you can become an IB. Therefore, everyone has a business. So we can all agree that we are all independent business owners. So if we're running our own business, therefore technically we qualify to do our own overviews. At the end of the day, guys, I have a question for you. The profit that you guys make every single night, does your enroller get a small percentage of that, or the profit that lands in your account is 100% yours? Answer in the chat box. The profit that lands in your rebate account, is it 100% yours? Yeah. So would you guys agree with me that you should be able to do your own presentations? If 100% of the profit is going to you, would you guys agree with me that you should be able to do your own presentations? And that was the thing for me that I realized 6 years ago. I jumped on an overview before and I said to myself, there's no way that I can actually depend on someone to do an overview for my business to run through. There's no way that if I have prospects who are interested, it's going to depend as to whether this person's doing an overview or not. For me, it doesn't make sense. Running a profitable and independent business requires you to be able to do everything. For example, if you guys look at a traditional business, if you guys opened up, I don't know, your own restaurant, there probably would be days where you would end up even having to serve tables. A waiter would let you down. You might have to answer the phone. You might have to help in the kitchen. And it's the exact same in this business. You don't need to be an expert at everything, but you still need to know a bit of everything, even on a trading standpoint. Risk-free, layer in your trades. You don't need to be an expert, but you need to know them things. Posting TikToks is one part of the business. But then what happens when everyone shows interest? You need to be able to present it. Okay? If you are serious, you will run your own presentations 3 times a week. Without a doubt, anyone who's on this call right now, and your goal is to make six figures, 15K, 20K a month, you should, without a doubt, be running 3 presentations a week. I remember when we were in the MLM days, the amount of times me and Jacob, sometimes we've even done 4 presentations a week. At one stage, even in my career, I did a presentation every single night. I didn't care who jumped on. One person could be the person that can change my whole business. And in this IB business, one customer can change our whole business. Has anyone here on this call had a customer go crazy, put in a crazy deposit, and they end up making them crazy money on rebates? I have. I've had a good few of these. I know Ryan, who's on this call, you've had a couple of these. So it's like, how about you adapt this mentality when you're doing the overviews? It doesn't matter who jumps on, but that one customer could be the customer that changes my business. The benefits of you being able to present. Presenting your own business gives you credibility and trust. When you guys get prospects on a call with me, they don't necessarily know me as much as they know you. Therefore, I'm still a stranger at the end of the day. Whereas imagine if you're the one who's not only hitting them up, but you're the one who's delivering the information, the trust and credibility that that's going to build. And trust and credibility in this business is a currency. Would you guys work with someone that you don't trust? Would you guys work with someone who just has horrible credibility? No one rates them. No one, no one likes them. You wouldn't. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we look for in everything, even in a friendship. I'm not going to be friend with someone who's sly, who's a snake, doesn't have credibility. It's the exact same with this business. I'm not going to work with someone that doesn't have credibility or I can't trust them. Okay? This will also show your team that you can lead them. It will make leads realize how big this opportunity is. A video is amazing, but a Zoom call is 10 times better. I know for a fact, any time where we've done the calls, where we've actually had people jump on and hear from team members making their first 100. I know yesterday, Ushin, um, Ushin said a few words. I had three people on the call. All three of them had something good to say about Ushin, and that's probably the reason why they started. Without a doubt. So Ushin, if you're on this call, big credit to you. Because yes, I did the overview, but then you sharing your story of you being on the site made people realize how amazing this is. I think you said something in the chat, but send them on to, yeah, bro, send them your address, bro. Send them your address. Types of presenting, okay? In person, video, and Zoom. So let's go with the in person. This is where you learn the most as you are put on the spot and you will grow the most. Let me ask you this, okay? If you're in person with someone and you're talking and you slip up on something, do you make a big deal about it or do you just continue talking? Yeah, you continue talking. So imagine if you can get yourself consistently in these positions. And I'm saying this because that's what I did in order to be in a position where I can talk and all that. I used to, even when I first started my career, I'd call it for, I'd just freeze. I'd decide I'd call it, I'd forget my words. But I just need to keep on going. I'm talking to someone in person about the business. I'm saying words that don't even make sense. But the only way that you can get through that stage is if you continue doing that. So for all you guys right now, I know that, for example, Ty, you guys have, I think everyone's near each other. I know that Jacob as well has a big community in Wales. You guys should be looking to do as many things in person. Even I myself on a daily basis, and Jacob was with me for 2 weeks, the amount of in-person meetings I've done. Why? Because like that's me growing. That's me getting out of my comfort zone. It also gives the client reassurance. Do you guys probably have like clients who are a bit hesitant, who are just like, yeah, but I've heard a lot of things about trading and I've my friend's uncle's cousin's dog minder lost 300. You guys have people like that? And the online space, it's amazing, but it's also not the safest space. The in-person space is the safest space. The in-person is where people see you for you. When I look at everyone, and for example, I was even having a conversation with Ty, I don't know if he's on this call. I was saying to him, I said, bro, you need to get yourself more out there. Because when I look at Ty, I see someone who's mature. I see someone who's smart. I see someone who just has it. So it's like, imagine if you can do that in person. What do you think is going to happen to your business? And it's the exact same for you guys. There's so many of you guys right now who probably be better at me, better at this job than me, but you just don't put yourself out there. There's probably some of you guys who could go crazy viral on social media and bring in 10 times more people than I bring in. You just don't put yourself out there. There's probably people out there on this call who they could just prospect random people on the street and they can end up making you filthy rich, but you're not putting yourself out there. Put yourself out there. How you can put yourself out there is if you look at the third section, organize meetups. I know that Sandy and Hasna, and it's amazing because They started doing that without even me saying it. But in Netherlands, I know that they took a break, Ramadan and all that, but every Sunday they used to do meetups. Whoever shows up, shows up. No experience, we'll freestyle it. We'll go as we go on. Maybe at the end of the night, we'll check in with Ryan. Ryan, this is kind of how it went. Okay, this is what we can do next time. So this is what you guys need to get good at. Just do small meetups, bounce off each other. But the benefit of you doing a meetup is eventually you guys are going to create a culture so your team can eventually do these calls, do the meetups without you. That's when your business is actually in motion. Would you guys like that? Without you guys being active, one day there's an overview happening in your business. There's one of your teams who's meeting people in a cafe. On the Saturday, they're doing an event. Would you guys like that? Would you guys feel like your business is moving? It starts with us. If I didn't do an overview, I would not be in a position to say to you guys, guys, let's do an overview. If we weren't organizing the Marbella retreat that we have going on, I would not be in the position to say to you guys, guys, why are you not doing any meetups? So it starts with you. Everything that I'm recommending you guys to do, I'm doing it. I've done the events where I had to get random people from the street to fill up seats. I've done these things. I've done Zoom calls where there's only been one person on it and they've ended up jumping off halfway through it. And I still continued because I said to myself, that's practice. I've done all these type of things. Okay? So, in person, what's needed in order to run a good in-person meeting? Yourself and a laptop. Do not overcomplicate. That is all that you need in order to run a successful in-person meeting. You do not need a fancy location. You do not need a big screen or anything like that. When I first started, someone take a wild guess as to where I used to do my in-person meetings. Someone take a wild guess. Asher said it, McDonald's. Not in the McDonald's, because you'd hear order, blah, 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 but on the bench outside McDonald's. And the bench in my town, it was probably was, and I'm lucky I didn't care. It was smack bang in the middle of town. So it's like probably so many people saw me. And sometimes people would just drive. Now, in my town, they don't call me by my first name, they call me by my second name, Schniegel, because it's a funny one. Sometimes people would just beat the horn at me, Schniegel, sign him up. And that was to me, that was a meeting. I'd pull up my phone because I needed Wi-Fi from my phone to connect it to my laptop. The person would meet me, sit next to me, and I present you the information. I didn't care. I'd go into a hotel sometimes and I'd order just a coffee so they don't kick me out. I used to time it. Every 3 hours, I'd get another coffee. So they can't say anything to me. They can't say, you're not buying anything. Of course I'm buying something. Do you not see the cup of coffee? And I just used to do it all day. So don't put pressure on yourself to think you need to rent a big venue. Find a local, a Starbucks, a Costa. There's even times where I used to go to colleges. Just go to college, find someone, say, okay, let's go into an empty classroom. So don't put pressure on yourself thinking you need to splash out on renting a venue or anything like that. Yourself and the information is all you need. That's all that you need. You will make mistakes, but you will learn along the way. I remember when I first used to do Zoom calls. I don't know if you guys know this for the ones who, well, some of you guys don't do enough Zoom calls to know this, but in order for you to actually share a video with sound playing, you need to share sound. I never knew that. For my first like 3, 4 months, I'd play videos and there'd be no sound. And people would say, I can't hear anything. I'd say, they're updating the website. That's why you can't hear it. But I didn't know that that wasn't me sharing my sound. So you're going to make the mistakes. You're going to have awkward situations, but it's all part of the journey. The second type of presenting that we have is the video. What is it? Video is what everyone needs to be doing on a daily basis. I personally challenge everyone to send a video to 5 people every single day. 5 people. Some of you guys are going to think it's hard. The only way it's going to be hard is if we don't post content or anything like that. But if you're texting people, you're posting content, you're texting people who view your stories, trust me, you guys have enough leads. I know for the people who've been with me for a while, eventually you guys get to a stage where without you even doing anything, you'll have a crazy amount of DMs coming in. But it's not that you haven't done anything, it's you've been consistent. So I'm going to challenge you guys to send the video to 5 people every single day. How you can do it is by posting, texting, and so on. But the video is going to do the heavy lifting. For example, I launched a new affiliate yesterday, and he started texting everyone. I was like, okay, good, good, good. Then I saw what he was texting people. Massive paragraph. The paragraph said, read more. I think it's read more, see more. I just saw it on my screen. I said, bro, you're overcomplicating it. We have a video which is 5 minutes, which explains everything. Have you guys who are in the business with me a while now, have you guys ever explained the business to someone and just said, nah, it's not for me, or they left you on scene? Have you had that before? You spend your time typing, sending a voice message, or worse, the voice message that you sent didn't actually send, so you had to do it again, and then they leave you on scene. Imagine if you just send a video and you don't need to deal with anything like that. This is how I've been so consistent for a long time. I just realized I need to work smart. Send the video, let the video do the work for me. What do you guys think happen if they don't reply after I send the video? I follow up or I just move on to the next person. Simple as that. Okay? The video is your best friend. Use it every single day. Okay? Know exactly, and someone said it, who said it? Will said it. Know exactly how long the video is so you can look to give feedback. If I'm sending you the video 7 to 8 minutes after I send you the video, I'm checking up on you. That's the way that I do it. What did you like from what you saw? Do you see yourself making money from this? Okay? Do not just send the video. Don't waste the lead. Don't just send the video and hope for them to come back. People need to be followed up on. Okay? People need to be checked up on. What did you like best? Do you see yourself making money with this? When are you free for me to answer your questions? I always assume. Are you ready to get started? When are you ready to get started? What did you like from what you saw? Not is there anything that you liked from what you saw? Do you think you're gonna get started with this? No. What did you like? When are you free? When are you ready to get started? Jacob was with me for 2 weeks. Every person that he spoke to, let's get you started, bro. Let's get you started. The amount of deposits that this person got every single day, new record, new record, new record. And I've noticed it. Every time he was on a call, it's not when do you think? Bro, I'm gonna send you a link and let's get you started right now. I have 5 minutes, bro. Let's get you in. Um, yeah. Move on to the next one. Zoom. This is something that you guys need to start doing right now. Okay? It does not matter how many people are on the call. Practice makes perfect even when you're on your own. Have you guys ever seen any videos of football players practicing their shots? Basketball players practicing their shots on their own? It's the exact same with this. Still to this day, when I'm about to do a training sometimes, a training that I've never done before, I just practice myself. Even in the kitchen, practice myself. Even in the car. Because repetition is your reputation. The way that you guys are going to get good at this is by continuously doing it. Okay? Prepping for your Zoom call. Okay? And how long do I have? Because I'm also going to break down an overview and show you guys how I do it. Okay? Aim to have your link and flyer sent out 24 hours before the call. This gives you enough time to get ready and to invite everyone. Make sure on Zoom you are playing a countdown. Okay? The reason why this is very important, okay? I'm going to stop sharing my screen. If you guys jumped on a call like this, what would be your first impression? For 5 minutes, yeah, you guys said it. Leave, unserious. That's the way that people look at it. Imagine if you were at the cinema and they didn't play a trailer. It's like 10 minutes, no ads or nothing, just black screen for 10 minutes. Just be eating your popcorn looking at a black screen. That's the way that people are like as well. Give them a little countdown, a bit of music. Just keep them on the call. Okay? Make sure you have results and try and get testimonials. These are my key things when it comes to actually prepping a Zoom. Another one, which I forgot to actually mention, make sure they can't animate. Okay? Make sure they can't animate. For the ones who don't know what this means, on Zoom calls, when someone shares their screen, you can draw on the screen. So, for example, you guys right now can't actually draw on the screen. Whereas now, if someone wants to try, does someone want to try? Because there we go. Now you guys can. Whereas if I stop sharing my screen, I'm going to show you guys again. Okay? I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go to my settings and I'm going to go disable. Okay, go ahead and try. Someone let me know if they can do it. Can anyone animate? Okay. Whereas if I do it now, okay, and I'm going to keep on talking and I want you guys to animate. So you guys have 24 hours to send the link to as many people as possible. This gives you, sorry guys, so someone's animating on the screen. How do I turn this off? Bear with me, guys. 1 second. Okay, I think I sorted it out, guys. Okay, go ahead and try and animate again. Make sure on your Zoom you are playing a countdown and people. So a simple thing like that can ruin the whole motion that you have on your call. And the reason why I say this, guys, and this is something that's so important. Some people will do it unintentionally, but you guys will see a lot of people are very immature. I know Jacob probably has had a lot of people animate, say silly things. I know you probably had a lot of people unmute themselves and say stupid things. It does happen. So your job is just to make sure that nothing like that happens. Make sure they can't unmute themselves and make sure that they can't animate. Okay? Because you can do the best presentation. If someone unmutes themselves and says something stupid, that can throw off the whole crowd. If they draw something silly, it can distract the whole crowd. So what I'm going to do now for you guys is I'm actually going to show you how easy it is for you guys to present. Now I want you guys to put in the chat box, what is it that you're pushing? Vantage or PU? Let me know. Vantage or PU? Okay, both. Perfect. I'm going to show you guys what I would use if I was pushing Vantage. And this is something that's very easy because for me, I believe that I'm going to say, I believe I amassed the freedom that I have by just doing what's easy, but being able to do it every single day. I've never overcomplicated anything. This right here is what I would use for Vantage. Okay. If I look at this quickly, I have 14 slides that explain what it is that we do. Okay. The trick to an overview is very simple. Be good at reading without reading. That's all that it is. Okay. The whole aim of it, let the slides guide you, but you just need to make sure it doesn't sound like you're reading it. If I'm getting you guys on an overview, what am I doing? Let's do a recap. I'm playing a timer. I have my music. I'm playing a little timer. The next step, I'm introducing myself. Imagine if I don't say anything, guys. Music timer. I'm going to show you guys how you can become profitable traders. I'm thinking, who's this guy? Who are you? Introduce yourself. Okay? Luke, I see your camera's on. Luke, if you had to tell me a bit about you, bro, what would you say? Just put in the chat box. I'm gonna get Luke. I'm gonna get Nikki. I'm gonna get Ushin. I'm gonna get you guys to put in the chat box a couple of things about you, and I'm gonna show you if I was you how I would go about it. Give me a little description. Why is it that you guys are doing this? Maybe where you guys are from. What's the goal? Just put anything in the chat box. Okay, someone broke into the boys' house and stole their keyboards, or they're just very slow at typing. While you do that, I'm gonna check the score on the Ireland game. 2-1 to Ireland. Get up. Get up. Um, penalty and own goal. Okay, perfect. Let's have a look. Luke, Northern Ireland. I've been training for 6 months in a free community where you provide. Hey guys, welcome to the call. So for the ones who don't know me, my name is Luke. Now I've been in the industry of helping people make money online for free for the last 6 months. And my goal is to simply show you guys what it is that we do and how you can benefit from it. Very simple. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to this call. For the ones who don't know me, my name is Ushin. I am 30 years old. I'm actually based in Wicklow. Let me know if anyone in the chat box is from Wicklow or anything like that. I've just been helping people make money online for free. And for this call, I'm simply going to show you what it is that I do. Very simple. Don't overcomplicate. And if you're working a job, my name's Ryan, guys. For the ones who don't know me, my name is Ryan. I am currently working a full-time job, but been making money from my phone on the side for a while now. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can do it while having a 9 to 5. Let's get straight into it. That's all that it is. You don't need to tell them who your first girlfriend was or what you had for dinner. No, a tiny bit about yourself. Okay, I know that Luke's been doing this for X amount of time. He helps people make money online, and on this call, he's going to show me how to do it. Perfect. I know Ushin, 30. He's been helping people make money from their phones. Okay, nearly same age as me. Perfect. There you go. No longer a stranger. When it comes to this, okay, let's fly through this. Okay, become profitable trading gold. This is how I explain it. So as you can see right here, guys, the whole system that we've built is designed to help you guys become profitable when it comes to trading gold. Have a look at the bottom. Even if you've never traded before, no experience. So how would I simplify this? Even if you've never traded before, even if you don't have any experience, this is a system that's designed for you to make money while you're in your 9 to 5. So when you're going through the slides, you're just shortening everything. Just shorten everything. Your own words. Okay? Does anyone wanna have a go at going through this part? Don't be shy. Okay? If does anyone want to actually try this and then I'll do it myself? If anyone volunteer, I'll respect it big time. Okay, you can unmute yourself, but look at how easy this is. This one's actually very short. Okay, someone said I'll go. Amazing. Let me go ahead and find you. Okay, perfect, brother. I've unmuted you, and then Luke, I'm gonna unmute you as well after. So I've unmuted the first person.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, brother. So if you were to break this down, what way would you do it?
Yeah, so why most people fail at trading? I feel like most people overcomplicate this stuff. They're always trying to cram as much as possible in the smallest amount of time, and they always set for themselves crazy goals. But right here, we remove all that clutter, and pretty much what we do is we give you the essentials to just free up your time and give you more freedom. Um, yeah.
That's amazing. Do it again, bro. That
Okay.
was good. Do it with more confidence. That
Okay,
was
more
very good, bro.
confidence. Okay, cool. Yeah, so guys, we're gonna speak about why most people fail at trading, honestly. I mean, you've probably seen the stats where it's like, 90% of people lose 90% of their account in 90 days. That's usually because most of these people, they rush through it and they set for themselves these crazy mental goals and they're emotional about losing this kind of money. What we do here as a community is we're gonna help you get through that and actually be profitable. So if you guys are ready to be profitable, put one in the chat.
Yeah. Quality, bro. Quality. Love that.
Thank you.
Bro, let's go. That's amazing. Okay, Luke, let's go with you, bro.
Yeah. So why do most people fail trading? It's because they always overcomplicate things. They try and learn too much, too fast, and they don't really have any guidance for knowing where they're going. They give in to emotions and end up making silly mistakes at the start. But here we remove all that. We give you the right guidance you need with the proper structure to follow so that you don't need to give in to those emotions or make the simple beginner mistakes.
Love that, bro. Love the confidence. Now, say it again like you're just talking to me because an overview is just a conversation. So you said it with great confidence, but it did feel like you were kind of reading out something. So just say the exact same energy, but again, ignore everyone who's on this call. I'm just, look, bro, why do most people feel like trading, bro?
So most people feel is because simply they overcomplicate things. They always try and learn too much at too quick of a pace, and they don't really have any guidance for knowing where to go or how to take things to the next level. But here we remove all that. We have a system put in place where you can simply follow these structures and follow these rules and end up being profitable.
Love that. The only thing I would tweak at the end is, but here we remove all that. So like when it's kind of like you're making a statement at the end. It's like,
Right.
but it's like we're putting an end to that. So it's like, however, inside this platform, we remove all that. So that was very good. So guys, let's flood the chat box for these two amazing individuals. Love that. Honestly, you guys smashed it. So exactly. So why is it that most people fail at trading? It's simple. They overcomplicate things. They try and learn too much. And most importantly, they trade emotionally, but we remove all that. Inside this community, we're going to make sure that you don't do anything like that. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay. Does anyone want to take a go at this? Okay, this one's a bit more complicated, but just have a read at it for a couple of seconds, okay? So in this, we're gonna go over what is it that people get access to. Okay, so gold trades, clear instructions, support, copy and paste, weekly mindset. So does anyone wanna take a go? Okay, let me ask one of you guys a question. Okay? What would you guys say that we get access to when people join the Vantage system that we have? Someone put it in the chat box. What would you say people get access to? It's not a trick question. Genuinely, if from your own experience, what do people get access to? Nah, Will, bro, be more clear. What do you get access to? It's not a trick question. Yes, trades. Okay, what else, Will? We get trades. What else do we get? A community. What else do we get? Education, mentorship, trades, good education. Someone in one message, let me know everything that they think they get access to. Someone do me a favor in one message. Don't overcomplicate it. Again, this just okay. Trades, education. Okay. So why is it that we actually get access to when you join the free education? If someone sent another message. Okay, so why is it that we actually get access to when you join the community? It's very simple. You're going to get access to trades. You're going to get access to some education so you actually know what you're doing. You're going to get access to some calls where the educators are going to show you how to place the trades. They're going to explain their strategy. And of course, you're going to get access to the network. In other words, a community. That was Hugo's answer. All I did was I just elaborated on Hugo's answer. So why is it that we actually provide when someone joins the system? People are going to get access to the network. So in other words, you're going to get access to the community so you're not on your own. The mentorship is actually going to make you understand what it is that you're doing on a copy trading standpoint. Of course, you're going to get to copy your trades. So the educators are going to give out the trades and you just copy them. But you're going to get to copy the experience of people who have been making money for a while. And of course, the value is going to come in, and this is where you're going to get the results. That was Jacob's answer. So all you need to do, you guys already know all of this. You guys just need to elaborate on it. Like all these slides, you guys already know this. Is anyone surprised by any of these slides? Like, did anyone see any of these and say, "Oh, I didn't know we get access to that"? Put one in the chat if you already knew all of this, that we get trades, clear instructions, we full support, copy and paste trades on weekly mindset. Put one in the chat if you already knew that. So you guys actually already know everything. You just need to elaborate on it. Okay? Do you guys already know that this is built for beginners? Put a two in the chat if you already knew that. This is not new to you. Okay. So since we already know that, let's go on to the previous slide. So why is it that people get access to when they join the community? It's very simple. You guys are going to get to copy our trades from the expert, but of course, you're going to be told how to do it. Videos, tutorials, clear education, and of course, if you're not sure, you will get access to the support within the community where you can ask people your questions. My favorite, you're going to get access to the weekly calls, which is going to help you with your mindset. And this whole system is built for busy beginners, people who don't want to study charts, people who don't actually want to spend hours every single day on their phone. Probably the person who's busy with a 9 to 5 but wants to make an extra income. You guys already knew all of this. Luke, I'm gonna unmute you, bro.
Hello.
Luke, bro, who's this system built for, man? I'm seeing everyone talk about trading. I'm seeing what you're posting. Who's the system built for? Like, how do I know whether I'm good or not to use it?
That's very simple. It's built for people who don't want to be spending all their time on the charts, who will work a 9 to 5. This system is built for the average person to be able to just take these trades without the knowledge needed to actually do the analysis and still be able to profit from it.
But what is it that I get access to when I join the platform? Like, what actually is it? Like, what do I get?
You get access to easy to follow instructions and gold signals. You will get access to our community, providing full support, and we even provide weekly mindset calls, which will help greatly for how to approach these signals and to take them as a professional.
Perfect. As easy as that. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay? I'm gonna send you guys all of this. All you need to do in order for you to get good at this, read it and say to yourself, how can I explain it? Then I'm gonna go quickly into the PU one. Okay, because PU is actually the exact same. Canva. Like all this is, guys, is actually just knowing how to elaborate on what you're doing. When you guys like ever were doing like revision in school or anything like that, like did you guys ever like write abbreviations just so you don't need to write as much? Like you'd write like short words and you know that by reading that you can expand on that. Has anyone ever done that? Or was it just me? Like you write short sentences and just off that you know that you can expand off that. It's the exact same with this. This is the whole aim of a presentation. You see quickly something and you know that you can expand on it. A disclaimer on Pro Trader. Very simple. I mean, you guys already know all this. We don't trade anyone's money. We don't tell anyone what they need to buy or sell. We're just sharing with people what trades we're getting involved in. So like all this is just you, number one, knowing your slides in order. That's probably the number one thing when it comes to actually doing the presentation work. Know what slides is coming up next. So know the structure of it. And then just being good to elaborate. I mean, you guys all know what Forex is. If I had to describe what Forex is, it's very simple. It's buying and selling currencies. But the crazy thing is, all you need is a phone and Wi-Fi. And the reason why so many people are getting involved in it is because 7 trillion is circulating every single day. I don't need to say it's open 24/5, over 7 trillion. No, you guys already know all this. So this is what I'm going to challenge you guys to do. If you guys want to get good at this, I will send you guys this. And here's what I'm also willing to do. It's going to be very, very limited, okay? Because I'll be honest with you guys, I shouldn't even be the one doing these presentations. Everyone's in a position where some of you guys are making 10, 15K a month. Some of you guys are trying to make that money. There's no way that I should be the one doing the most presentations. But what I'm willing to do, okay? For anyone who wants to try and do a presentation for their network, just for the next, from today until Sunday, I am willing to do half of the presentation with you. If some of you guys aren't fully confident to do a whole presentation just yet, I am more than willing to do half of the presentation with you guys. You pick whatever part you find the easiest, you do that, and I will do the other one. Ladies and gents, that's all for myself. This training will be uploaded on YouTube. The